Now, for this coming market, we're coming off of a crazy couple years.
Yes.
What do you see coming up for buyers? And it'll be 2024. So we're sitting right now in February.
Yes. And we had a meeting yesterday with I'm on the ALC, which is the Associate Leadership Committee. And it really just kind of hit me yesterday that we are about to walk into the first part of March, which will be, the end of March will be the end of Q1. So
Yes.
quarter one. And so a lot of times we do gauge things on quarters. And, the interest rates last year, they projected them to drop by May, and then it was by July, and then and it never happened. They just continued to rise, which made it really hard for first-time home buyers, which is kind of my niche. I love first-time home buyers because, again, I get to teach them the process.
Yes.
Um, the couple of years prior to that was also a hard market for first-time home buyers because it was so competitive. People were going in with extra money and they had cash. I've had people go $100,000 over asking price to win a deal when there's 9 or 11 other offers on the table, which made it impossible for first-time home buyers because they don't typically have a surplus of cash
Right.
at their disposal. And so, when the rates were low, it was hard for first-time home buyers because of the opportunities for people who had so much equity in their homes and just had that surplus of cash. Then we got into the market where the rates were a little higher, which made it hard for first-time home buyers because their debt-to-income ratios may not quite be there. And those higher interest rates cause their payment to go up, which also hurt their debt-to-income ratio. So this year, I do see, we have had some reductions in the interest rates. I am hearing over and over again, and you may have some knowledge of this, but the interest rates should drop more, hopefully by June. We had heard March, and now we're hearing it may be June or July. But also, while rates are important and they do significantly impact your payment, it's also critical for first-time homebuyers specifically to know that once those rates do drop, there are a ton of buyers that are just waiting on the sidelines. And when those buyers infiltrate the market, they're projecting over 5 million new buyers to the market. That's going to affect our first-time home buyers significantly as well. So a lot of lenders are offering opportunities for refinancing. A lot of them are willing to absorb those lender fees to help first-time home buyers, or anybody, but especially first-time home buyers, to be able to refinance once the rates do drop. So I've really been trying to coach my buyers to maybe go down a little bit on the price, knowing
Yeah.
that they're pre-approved for $350 at $350,000 doesn't mean they have to buy a $350,000 house.
Right.
So don't always maximize what you're approved for. So maybe we need to look at houses that are closer to 275 to 300,000 to kind of that payment a little bit, go in with a little higher interest rate with the understanding that when rates drop, they can refinance and get that rate down. But I do believe that if our first-time home buyers sit on the sidelines and wait for those rates to significantly drop, it's going to be extremely hard for them again to get into a home and compete.